Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Rotera, where I have something I'm rather excited to share with you today. Looking back to March of 2022, which is the year I'm doing this, I was scrolling through Facebook, and one of the ads on Facebook was for a deck being available on Kickstarter to back, and it was about the different cryptids and stuff like that, like all the mythical creatures that we kind of know from our states and stuff like that. And it's into a tarot deck, and I immediately just like fell in love with this deck. I was so excited about it, and I backed it immediately. Well, that deck didn't actually hit its goal on Kickstarter, but the man that created it, David, I do not know his last name. It might be in this deck. I haven't opened it yet. But he didn't give up. He continued to make his deck, and he brought it into reality, and here it is in my hands, and I am over the moon about this. Now, as you can tell, I took it out of this bag right here, and the deck is not in a box. Now, that did throw me for a loop when I first looked at it, because I've never really had a new deck that didn't come in a box, and it seemed a little bit strange to me. But that doesn't take away from the cards themselves. We haven't looked at them yet, and that's what this video is all about, taking the time to look at them, because, I haven't seen them either. You can clearly see they're still in the plastic. But you will want to be more careful with this deck, because there isn't a box keeping it safe. But as you know, they are just cards, and if we're careful with them, don't like throw them into your purse with a bunch of other stuff or they can get ruined, then they'll be fine. I am considering getting a box for these, and if you have like a good recommendation of a place that you can get like a custom tarot box or something like that, made of wood, really safe and protective, please leave it in the comments. I might end up purchasing it, or you can just send me one for my birthday. That'd be cool too. It's beginning to be Sagittarius season, and I'm a Sagittarius, so, birthday present, you want to send it my way, go right ahead. But, we'll leave that aside. We'll open this deck, and we'll take a look at all the cards inside. Cards are now free from the plastic, and we'll go through each of the cards individually. And as always, I'll leave a link down in the description below where you can purchase this deck for yourself if it calls to you. Again, I am so excited about this deck. It's definitely one that I was looking forward to for a while. And we can already tell it's very different than the regular, like, Rider-Waite-Smith, but I'm guessing, like, the illustration stuff will kind of connect back to those, because that's the ones we all know and love. The Fool actually is the Ghost Stalker, which shows, you like things different than others, probably, and you aren't afraid to go under something that others might not believe. I'm sorry about the glare on the cards. Let's see if I can alleviate that. And like magic, it's gone. We have the Magician as the remote viewer, the Bell Witch as the High Priestess, Lorna as the Empress, Indrid Cold as the Emperor, the Jackalope as the Hierophant, Puka as the Lovers, the Namo Ship as the Chariot. That one kind of makes sense, ship, chariot, your vessel. Strength as Redemption, the Yeti as the Hermit, the Hoof Snake as the Wheel of Fortune, the Thunderbird as Justice, Extraction as the Hangman, the Wendigo as Death, and that one definitely has deathy vibes, kind of looks like the Reaper and stuff we know from the Rider-Waite. Loch Ness Monster as Temperance, Nain Rouge as the Devil, and I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing these. I'm just kind of like going through it and doing my best. This card right here is the reason I fell in love with this deck. Now, this is the Tower, the Silver Bridge, which is very much a tower experience. I am from West Virginia, and so the Mothman story and that history, like, we all know it, like, as a movie Richard Gere starred in, but it really occurred. This bridge really crashed into the water back in, I believe, the 1930s. I could be wrong on that. I apologize if I am. But these people were driving home one night, and the Mothman supposedly came to them and, like, warned them this was going to happen. So I've just always been fascinated with that story, and it's really exciting to see that illustration on a card. And then we have Sirius as the star, which is like one of the brightest stars that we ever see in the sky. And then the Flatwoods Monster as the moon. Again, this one is from West Virginia as well. It's from Flatwoods, and I don't know the story all that well behind it, but if you ever visit Flatwoods, West Virginia, you'll find these like chairs that have this like picture on them, and you can actually sit in them, and it's kind of like a scavenger hunt when you find them. Then we have the Anakai as the sun, the Men in Black as Judgment, and Hollow Earth as the World. Then we have the Ace of Ghosts, and I'm going to do my best to remember which suits these are. I did try to go through his Instagram account, which I'll leave that down in the description below too, so you can give him a follow, because his posts and his illustrations, they're phenomenal. I love this man's work. So we have the Ace of Ghosts, which I believe is the Ace of Swords, 2 of Ghosts, the 3 of Ghosts, the 4 of Ghosts, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the Fan of Ghosts, which would represent the Page, the Hunter is the Knight, the Advocate is the Queen, and the Skeptic is the King. So that's the sword suit. Portals, I believe, is the cup suit. So here we have the Ace of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, kind of going all sideways there, let's fix that, the Fan of Portals, and the Hunter of Portals. I'll hold these 2 cards together, and you can see they're of the same card. You know, there's her hand connecting over to this card, and his hand connecting back to her card. So we have the Fan there, and the Hunter there, the Advocate of Portals, the Skeptic of Portals, and then we have the Suit of Knockers, which is the Suit of Wands, and I believe that is Bigfoot, kind of looks like Bigfoot, carrying his wand, and the 2 of Knockers, the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the Fan of Knockers, so the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Advocate or Queen of Wands, and the Skeptic of Wands. And then we get to the Suit of Saucers, which I believe is the Suit of Pentacles, and we have the Ace, you know, a UFO abducting a cow. Never a good story when the cow comes back down, but we are not getting into that. The 2 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, or sorry, I keep saying cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the Page or Fan of Saucers, Pentacles, the Knight of Saucers, Pentacles, the Advocate or Queen of Saucers, Pentacles, and I don't know for sure, it's most likely not, but that just looks like Elon Musk to me. And then we have the Skeptic or the King of Saucers. And then we have 2 different things right here. A thing about the cards. And you can see here it does tell you what the different suits are. And the acknowledgments to all the people that helped him bring this deck into reality, like the inspiration and the people that posed as the models for the different cards. Now, this is what the back looks like. And again, there is no box to show you, but the backs are absolutely gorgeous as well. And if you look very, very closely, the different elements or the different suits are all in this illustration as well. So that kind of brings everything like together. But I will say, this deck does not seem like it's one made for beginners. It's probably going to be really complicated if this is your first deck, because like the names of the suits have changed like that, and even all the like major arcana that we saw, they're all different as well. So if you're a seasoned tarot reader, or you just love to collect art, I highly recommend this deck. It's absolutely gorgeous. The card stock is very, very great. But again, you might want to get like a tarot box or something, you know, to keep them safe, because they are just cardboard, so you just have to be careful with them. But the illustrations are beautiful. You know, I'm a huge fan of the color purple, and every single one of these cards has like purple in the background. So it kind of relates to that magic and mysticism, you know, that all tarot readers really love and enjoy. So that's a look at the Tarot of the Unexplained, which I didn't even say the name at the beginning. And I'll go ahead and read what it says right here on this about this deck. One cold February morning in 2022, I had a conversation with my wife, and in parentheses it says the Skeptic of Portals. I was complaining that no one had made a complete 78 card deck of high weirdness. She told me, why not make your own deck exactly the way you think it should be? I mentioned the deck to my friend, and then he has the name of that person, who is the Hunter of Knockers in this deck. And he grasped the entire concept and gave me some of the best card ideas and directions I would not have considered. 8 months and 1 failed Kickstarter later, I have my deck completed. The first 100 decks are special. They have 1 card different than the others and come in a black velvet bag. So this is one of the first 100 decks. and I'm gonna talk to the guy. I don't know which card is different in here, but that makes it like really special. And I am so excited to add this deck to my collection. You will see it in action for the tarot, or this tarot spread that I did, that I'm gonna do for when we begin Sagittarius season, which is on Tuesday. Because as I said before, I am a Sagittarius. My birthday is December 19th, and you know, my new favorite deck, my passion deck that I've been so excited to see, is finally in my hands. It's right here. So I'm really excited to see what they have to share with all of us on Tuesday. So if you don't follow me already on the socials, please do. And I've never said this in a video before, but I'll say it now. If you like this video and you want to see more of them, and you know, like, show me some love, then please subscribe, because the more subscribers I get, the more YouTube is willing to pay me. So I've never said that in a video before, but there it is out there. And as always, I just want to thank you for watching. It means the world to me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you love this deck as much as I do. It's available now for purchase. Again, I'll leave it in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.